It's a huge recruiting weekend for West Virginia. And man, Rich Rod's got a ton of big time prospects on campus that are very likely going to commit.
You are Locked On West Virginia, your daily podcast on the West Virginia Mountaineers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And what is up, guys? Welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. I'm your host. Welcome into Locked On West Virginia, baby. It's football time, man. And hope you guys are having a great day. I am for sure. Had a little fun on ESPN radio today, representing this brand, Locked On and talking Mountaineer baseball today. That was really fun. It challenged me in a lot of ways to up my knowledge game a little bit more on the Mountaineers and baseball this year. So that was extremely fun, guys. This episode of Locked On West Virginia is brought to you by FanDuel. When it comes to FanDuel, we're doing a big with $200 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet, but you have to be a FanDuel. You got to sign up. You got to go to FanDuel.com to join today. And on the docket, we've got a big recruiting weekend, June 6th through the 8th. Who to watch for, though? Who are the big names? That is the question. We're going to go over that in a shorter episode today. We're going to go 20 minutes, I think. I've got so much to do. Excuse me. And the extra 10 minutes are really going to help me a lot. So let's get on with this. I think a list of several names is out there. I'm going to go over the ones I deem to be pretty important here. I think I got a list of 15 names. So you've got Jaron Hughley, Cardinal Newman High School out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Big time quarterback, 6'2", 185. Really live arm, got dual threat upside. If you look at his huddle highlights, man, he's really good. Can escape pressure. In the Florida circles, if you look at some of the stuff that they talk about, his poise, ability to stem plays, he's still refining some of that making skills, but he's a name to watch in Florida, and it could be a sleeper. So, and for West Virginia, obviously, I think he's verbally committed. Jet Walker, we know about, right? Georgetown High School in Georgetown, Texas, at the highest level in Texas at that. And is he ever a workhorse back who's been tearing it up? Per Texas High School Football History.com, he's racked up 2,351 rushing yards in 2024 alone, earning a spot among the state's single-season rushers, guys. And scouts love his compact frame. He bursts through holes. He's got a relentless motor. He's a high-end three-star prospect on some recruiting boards. And I think, this is a big pickup for West Virginia. Hopefully he stays locked in with the Mountaineers. You've got Sam Hamilton, another big-time prospect, 6'4", 220 pounds, inline tight end with soft hands, got a ton of grit when he blocks. He's one of those players too that I really like a lot that West Virginia is looking at, that they're going to try to bring in, that has that hard edge. My favorite player on this list is Jason Lopez at Chaminade Madonna Prep in Hollywood, Florida. This kid is a monster, and when we all know Madonna is a national powerhouse program, 6 feet, 175 pound speedster in their receiving course. If you go, I'm going to show the tape on this kid in the next segment. He's a great route runner, but man, does he make those contested catches look easy. And what a high octane offense they have there as well. He's definitely going to be a slot receiver at the next level, in my opinion. He's got elite quickness. And he doesn't have bulk or anything like that. So physicality could possibly get to him at the next level. Man, he's got a ton of interest from people. So you've got Denalion Taylor, offensive lineman out of Glade Central High School, 6'3", 300 pounds, and he is a mauler, capital M mauler. He anchors that Glade Central offensive line there in Florida. And, man, his size, and I'll tell you what, on tape, it shows him to be, he's a road grader in the run game with decent footwork. He's got some good feet. His pass protection is also pretty good, and he is a tough physical specimen, and he really fits the mold. He's a three-star player, So I think he's absolutely somebody that West Virginia is going to be excited to have in this weekend. If you look at Javari Lucas out of Glade Central High School in Belle Glade, Florida, another Florida player here. He is a 6'4", 310 player, very light on his feet. He pancakes the crap out of people, man. He takes people to the ground. He's got surprising agility for his size. And, you know, scouting take on him is the raw power for him really sets him apart from his peers. And, you know, would like to see some better hand placement, but you want to talk about a high upside project who could follow, Belle Glade's got a pipeline of colleges like FAU, FIU, some Central Florida, some USF players have come from there. So, they've got some hogs on that offensive line at Belle Glades that really does work. Cam Miller from Seneca High School there in Louisville, Kentucky. Man, I've got his tape as well ready for you guys today. 6'5", 310 pounds, 20 pounds, mountain of a man for Seneca. His ability to dominate in the trenches is extremely impressive, and length, size, he's most definitely a Power 5 player, no doubt about it. He's still refining his stance and kick slide, but if you look at some of the Midwest recruiting circles and stuff, if you look into over there, man, they are a ton of big time programs that look at this kid possibly for the next level in P5. So he's another one. There's a punter that West Virginia is looking at, Jimmy Gregg. He's got 40 plus yard punts all over film, tight spirals. Punters don't get a bunch of love. We know that, but his consistency could absolutely earn him a Group of 5 or Power 4 scholarship. If you look at Miles Kotry, maybe, I'm not sure exactly, from Carl Sandburg High School in Orlando, Illinois, 5'11", 170-pound corner. He's a ball hawk from what I saw on tape. Keep in mind, I've only been able to spend about 10 minutes on each one of these guys, so it's not exactly a fair. That's why these are short, compact rundowns. But, and I just try to look in the quickest, most efficient places for the things on these guys. But if you look at Illinois' prep coverage of him, it says he's got great instincts, quick hips, probably going to be 3-star prospect who is really good in coverage, but needs to add bulk for tackling bigger receivers. And as of now, mid-major programs in the MAC and Missouri Valley have come calling, and why not for his senior year? He's a gritty defender, has room to grow. He's the kind of player West Virginia would probably like, to be honest. Vincent Smith, an athlete from Lake Ridge High School in Lake Oswego, Oregon, is interesting here. He's a 6'4", 185-pound athlete, and he's a do-it-all playmaker. He is a wide receiver, running back. He can play safety. He's got incredible speed, open field elusiveness, and it really stands out on tape. As an athlete, he's a projection recruit because, he really plays safety well too. It's one of those things where he could go anywhere from Group of 5 to Power 4 and carve out a role. It just depends on what you think about his tape. I like it. I think he's got a lot on there, but defining what his role is going to be difficult. Noah Tischendorf is a defensive lineman from Woodlawn High School in Birmingham, Alabama, 6'3", 250 pounds. He brings heat off the edge, and in the Alabama prep buzz scene, his highlights, they talk about his first step and ability to disrupt backfields. He's a tweener, man. He played in 3-4 or the 4-3, in my opinion, and scouts like his motor, but wants some more polish against double teams. A lot of Sun Belt influence here and a little AAC interest for this rising senior, and absolutely is somebody West Virginia could possibly look at in camp and like. You got Kaleon Johnson, corner from Palm Beach High School in West Palm Beach, Florida, 6 feet, 170. We know Florida's a hotbed for DBs, and his tape shows him sticking to receivers like glue. He is a coverage kid. He's got great fluidity, ball skills. Group of 5 probably for now, but could be a Power 5 sleeper if he camps well. And, that's what this is all about for West Virginia, getting a lot of these Group of 5-esque players in and seeing what they look like. And he's got that South Florida swagger on tape in coverage. Antoine Sharp from Canton High School in Canton, Missouri is a 6'2", 215 guy that's sideline to sideline, baby. Mississippi High School reports say he's got tackling prowess and nose for the ball. He's got really good athleticism, but he needs to shed blocks better. He's a 3-star player who can land in an SEC or Group of 5 player team like, maybe a Southern Miss or somewhere in that area if West Virginia doesn't like his camp. Jaden Cracion is an athlete from Freeland High School in Freeland, Michigan, and he's 5'10", 175, and he's a hidden gem, man. This kid is he's exactly what West Virginia looks for. One of those quick speedster types that's, 5'10", kind of like we talked about yesterday with some others. And he could definitely be a guy that West Virginia likes for sure. So a lot of different names here, guys. And then there's even more than just that. Those were just the ones that I could get jotted down and look into before I had to do the show today. So take that for what you will. On the other side of the break, though, we're going to look at a couple of these guys. Cam Joseph, Larry Rudolph. We're going to look at, obviously, my guy, Mr. Lopez. So stick around for that, guys, and you won't want to miss it because I like Lopez a lot. This is Locked On West Virginia. And this episode of Locked On West Virginia is going to be brought to you by FanDuel. When it comes to FanDuel right now, they're doing a big – and look, the NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. And whether it's a game-winning shot, a breakout player, or what have you, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live. And with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays, fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. If you're new to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up. You can head over to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets where you can make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Segment 2, let's crack a do and get into some tape, baby. Thank you to Dylan for being in the chat as a moderator. Hey, Doris from Dingus, Ken, Drummel, appreciate you guys for being here. So I've got a player to watch. This is a kid that I really love, Jason Lopez from Chaminade Madonna High School, Hollywood, Florida. It's well known players of incredible players over the years, and this kid here is no different. So, wide receiver, as you'll see here, very dynamic player, great off the line. You see that move off the line there? Very quick off the line. Look at this little move here. Boom, right off the line. Very clean release. And then the wherewithal to be able to jump up and highball that thing or high point that thing is very impressive. Yeah, you got to like that. You love to see those kind of plays because that lets you know he's good with the ball and when things break down. Here he is again, an incredible route. Holy cow. Just what a route and a one-handed catch to boot. I mean, these first two plays are just such gems. Watch this route up top here. Boom. And he's gone to the outside. And then the one-handed catch in the back of the end zone. Playmaker. Absolute playmaker. Absolute dog. Here he is again in the slot. And there's that quick release off the line. He gets contact, but he's 6 feet. He's 6'1", so he's got some length. And he just looks over top of the cornerback's shoulder and says, hey, I got this. Looks like here he is on a nasty route again. So, right away you see route running capabilities from this kid. And you see the speed, but watch this move here. Boom, boom. I mean, what I like to see and would Rich Rod like to see, let me go back here. Would Rich Rod like to see this kid sell the move a little bit more? Yeah. And at this level, he didn't really have to, though. So it's kind of half-assed. He turns around and goes, and it's not, he doesn't really break down and keep his arms going, any of that. But, I mean, just look at the overall quickness and how badly he beats the corner. It obviously worked. And then once he gets by him, look how fast he is to get to the end zone. But look at the move here. So, I mean, actually, now that I look at it, maybe I'm overjudging this a little. Try to put it in slow motion here. It's such a quick move. You know, eh, I don't know. Now the more I look at it, I think I was wrong. It's just a good route. There's certain things technically he's not doing, but goodness gracious, the quickness. I mean, he was boom, boom. I mean, it was just like if you bid on that even a little bit, he was back behind you. Here he is in all pink, close to your screen. I bet he's going to get a nasty release here. He did. And here he is running side by side with the guy. The camera can't keep up, though. It's hard to say what happened there. Kind of gives you shades of Stedman Bailey versus Pitt a little bit, where he stiff arms his way into the end zone. Here he is up top, comes in motion, and they hand him the ball, and he's around the corner and gone. Love to see that. Love to see him cut in the open field and directing traffic. That's awesome. You can see him right here. That was a nice move in the middle of the field. I'll go back and show it again. So went back a little bit too far here, but if you look at him on tape here he is in the slot. The move he puts, I mean, it's a mismatch on any backer. Watch the move he puts on him. Just right through there. And it's the ball's put on him. And nice to the end zone. Here he is again up top. They're playing way off of him, and it's just so easy for him there. I mean, that's just too easy. This guy's got a lot of potential. He's already got a route tree. He's already got really good speed. I'd be curious to know what his times are. And then look at the ball tracking. Look at the hands right there. You want to talk about hands? Look at the ball just stick to his hands right here. Think stuck right to his hands. Those are soft hands. Jason Lopez, man, that's a player I really want us to get. Same kind of deal here. Now this pass is a lot closer, but watch how soft his hands are when he catches this ball. It's so easy for him. He may have some big hands on him. You just never know what. I really don't know what makes soft hands. I know catching the ball over and over again can help you develop it, but like I don't know physically like what physical trait. Is it the size? Is there some kind of skin? I don't know. I've always wondered what makes somebody have really soft hands. That's an incredible play. Guy all over him. So as you can see, this is a guy that just has so much ability. Here he is off the line again. Just a nasty route, man. This guy played the deep route pretty well. Watch him come back to the ball. He's looking at the quarterback's eyes. Watch him and the quarterback meet eyes, and he just says, boom, and just gets right out behind this kid with a really slick move back towards the ball. I mean, that looks like, and then the move he puts on him after the catch. Get out of here. Very nicely done. So I'm in love with Jason Lopez's tape, guys. It's just over with now. Here he is again in the slot, using leverage, rounding his way over to the corner, and a jump ball. So everything he does, I really like. Here he is again in the slot, plenty of room, and just a great route coming. And look, see what he always does? He always comes back towards the ball. I know it sounds simple, but it's not always done in practice. So, he really nice move here. And this is really just you run this move in college football 26 all day and gain yards on it. As a matter of fact, this is one of my best audibles here. But just really good player, man, and he's got great quickness. And look at that, he took that thing to the freaking house, or right there at the one. He amazes me in a lot of ways. And there he is, a pretty nice route there to get upfield. So Jason Lopez, a name to watch at camp today. I just about guarantee if he's at camp, this is a name. I'm predicting it right now. This will be a name you hear about going forward after today. So pretty cool stuff, guys. I don't have much more time today, unfortunately. So I appreciate everybody that was here for this. I would love to stay longer, but I have to go do some things. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it down now, and then we'll make up for it later when I get back. Thank you guys for making Locked On West Virginia your first listen and for being a part of the Locked On Podcast Network. We talk about your team every single day. If you could do me a favor, like the video, subscribe, share this one out, and look, make the portal report from Brian Smith. He's got the latest rumors, portal entries, and signings, and you can be the most informed fan on the rapid changes of the college football landscape. Find the portal on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. And I'll see you guys later today or tomorrow. Thank you for joining in. Let's keep an eye on these recruits this weekend, and I'll keep you updated. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm out of here.